Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Breakdown. And first thing I want to address is I have a holes in my mouth because my voice is starting to crack a little bit. Um, I'm not feeling very well. I haven't recorded very many videos for this channel. I know that. I say it every time I upload a video because I don't upload a video very much. I've just been doing the state of wrestling videos, and it sucks. But I have been sick recently. I was starting to get back on track on doing different reviews, and I will. Because I have some different ideas to do for the wrestling channel. I am going to start doing the topical videos. It's very close to WrestleMania. As soon as the matches for WrestleMania are announced, I will start doing those videos. Definitely, that's what I did a couple years ago. I was getting a lot of reviews on them last year. Tell me how that makes any sense. I have no idea, but I'm going to be doing them this year again. I'm going to start doing them, trying doing them, um, maybe at every major pay per view or every match that I think is worthy to be talking about. Um, But I did kind of like that last year. We'll see where it goes. But then it's going to talk about everything going on in wrestling. There's a lot of things going on. I want to make a separate video about New Japan, so that's coming. Just tell you my thoughts about watching them. Uh, Ring of Honor really haven't been watching much. I don't even know who the champion is. I think can I think of the name? I think he's a champion. Him or Adam Cole. The guy in Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly. Is he the champion? Maybe. I don't know. That's what somebody told me. Haven't watched it very much. They kept on racking up episodes on my DVR. Didn't really feel like watching them. I kind of just don't like the quality of their videos. I watch New Japan. I'm spoiled because New Japan has really great video quality and everything like that. Um, this seems like ROH kind of is lazy and they don't do very good quality with their videos. Um, and yeah, I don't know. This doesn't improve. Doesn't I don't watch Lucha Underground. They need to put their stuff in front of people if they want people to see it. Not really going to do that until they give us somewhere to watch that. Um, but other than that, NXT, kind of haven't been keeping up with NXT very much. I kind of been following NXT, not watching NXT somewhat. I need to start watching it though. I am a huge fan of it. 205 Live, kind of got a couple episodes behind on that too. Um, but I do know what's going on with that. Um, WWE, Cruiserweights. Let's talk about them real quick. Rich Swann, current Cruiserweight champion. I don't believe Neville won the other day. Um, Pretty surprising. They put the belt on him. They got it off of Perkins. They put it on Kendrick, and they put it on Swann. I don't know if Neville's going to win it right away. I think they may build toward that. They got a good storyline going with Swann and Neville. They may build to it and possibly at the Rumble have Neville pick it up. But I think they're building toward a match with Swann and Perkins possibly. So they may have Neville and Swann wrestle until then, or at least wrestle at the Rumble again, and they'll have that match at the Rumble, and then probably set up for Perkins and Swann. And Neville may actually battle Swann up until the WrestleMania, and then that's when they'll have Perkins versus Swann or start to build that feud. Um, that would be interesting. If Perkins gets the belt back, that would be cool. I'm not a huge fan of Perkins, but he's growing on me. I definitely think I like him more than I did in the Cruiserweight Classic. When he won it, I was kind of like, mm. But after I saw the matches in the semifinals and stuff like that, that was unbelievable. If you have not checked out the Cruiserweight Classic, I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't know what you're doing. You have to go check it out if you're a wrestling fan. If you don't have the network yet, I don't know what you're waiting on either because there's so much content on there. I don't even watch the network half the time. I don't watch. Sorry for headphone people, because I talk loud sometimes. I don't even know. Like, I can't even watch the network half the time because I don't know what to watch. There's so much stuff on there. I'll end up flipping around and finally just end up watching like Table for Three or something, um, which I know I should do reviews on when I watch them, but sometimes I forget. Um, but I don't watch. There's so much content on there. And now it says 7,000 hours, whatever. And the UK tournaments are going to start. Insanity. Insanity. Not from NXT, just insanity. What's going on in the wrestling world? Too much wrestling going on. Almost 7 days a week. It's crazy. Too much. Way too much. Can't keep up with it all. I kind of have to pick and choose what I want to watch. And right now it's been Smackdown and New Japan occasionally, and then occasionally watch NXT or 205 Live. And I watch the pay-per-views. I have watched some of the newer pay-per-views. I try and catch them all, and I fall asleep in the middle, and then I just don't feel like going back and watching them. I do want to go back and watch, I think, TLC. Is that it? Over the Line. Over the Line. I want to go back and watch Over the Line. It was a really good. I heard it was a really good show. I heard TLC was a really, really good show. Um, was that the last pay-per-view? Yeah. I want to go back and watch those. I heard they were really, really good shows all throughout. And I agree with that. From what I've seen, the matches I've seen, it was really good. And the other matches I heard were just as good. So I'm going to drink this, and I don't know how good this is going to go with the cherry halls in my mouth. Oh, yeah, that tastes really good. Not really. Not really. Not at all. But let's talk about WWE for a second. What I think about everything going on. Tag team titles has changed hands to Cesaro and Sheamus. I didn't really expect them to be the ones to take the belts off of them, but it makes sense because if you think about it, what guys do you want to take off of the New Day? You want two single stars that are going to break out in the next coming years. Two single stars that are going to break out to take the belts off the tag team champions because they're legitimately probably going to go their separate ways. Probably before Mania or right after Mania, and a New Day will be back in the hunt. And then New Day is still going to be considered the best tag team on the roster. Because you haven't seen anybody else show up yet. But then that leads to people in NXT possibly coming up. Blah, blah, blah. What I want, and this might be a separate video. I may go off on that. But I almost started telling you stuff. But then I thought about that. I probably should do a separate video for that. But I like what they're doing. I think they're doing a good job. Raw is just kind of like a snooze fest lately, to me. I happen to tune in. I like what they're doing with Braun. But every time they get something that people are like, yeah, that's pretty cool, they don't ride the lightning. They don't ride what's going on. They keep going down the path they're going. And it's like if they get something that people think is exciting, which I think the Braun Strowman thing is pretty exciting, put the belt on Strowman. Ride it. Go with it. Why don't you have Strowman go for the World Championship? Have him destroy Sami Zayn in the feud. Move on. You could have had Roman Reigns win the championship. Then you could have had the people behind Braun Strowman facing Roman Reigns. You could even turn Roman heel. And you had that set up for WrestleMania to do something like that. But I have a sneaking feeling, that there's going to be a Shield match at WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking all this is going to end up being a triple threat match, probably at WrestleMania, or a 6-man tag at WrestleMania between the Shield and Evolution. I don't know why. I have a sneaking feeling that's going to happen, or DX, or something like that, like New Age Outlaws and Triple H taking on whatever. I just have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Or it could be a triple threat with the Wyatts. Randy Orton being part of Evolution. That could be it too. Evolution, Batista comes back for a one-matcher. And you throw the Wyatts in there. You got a pretty good feud right there for WrestleMania. I mean, the one guy should be coming back. Red hair dude. Rowan? He should be coming back, I think. So you got 3 guys. Or you throw Strowman in there, and you have Strowman in with the Wyatts. It could get interesting. It could get very, very interesting if they say so. There's a lot of possibilities for that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited though. I just wish they would run with the whole Strowman thing. Interesting. As far as Smackdown goes, I think they're doing really well. Oh, before I leave Raw, Women's Championship. Stupid. People may like the swapping of Charlotte and Sasha. No, no. I think it's dumb, stupid. It's gonna, what do they call it? Devalue the championship. I don't care if they have what, 4-star matches, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. It honestly, it's more, and that's the difference between traditional wrestling and NXT wrestling. You got to have a good mixture of both. They can go out there and have the best matches you have ever seen in your life, but then it comes down to being able to tell a story well, and not swapping the titles back and forth. If there's an injury, I understand. Do it. Because someone's injured, you have to get the belt off them. But they're doing this just for the sake of shock value. Stop it. Knock it off. They know better. Knock it off. That's not making me very interested in the product. It doesn't make me want to watch Raw because it doesn't matter. I already know what's going to happen. The other person's going to get the belt next week. But now they finally moved on. Hopefully they stay away from it for a while because now we're probably all burnt out. It's like we wanted it, then they shoved it down our throats 1,000 times. Now we don't want it. So some people may still want it, but I don't want it. I didn't want it to begin with after the third time. So that's why I didn't watch it. Smackdown. Awesome. Oh, Rusev, by the way. When the hell is he going to lose that? Or Roman. See, I didn't even know that was the freaking U.S. Championship. Is he defending that thing ever? I know he did it on Raw, but at the pay-per-view. He hasn't had a storyline since Rusev. Anyway, SmackDown Intercontinental Championship. Miz is probably going to hold it. May drop it at Mania. I don't really know. I don't know who he's going to drop it to, though. That's the thing. It would have to be a person. It would have to be a person on probably Raw, I would assume. Unless they're going to push, like, Swagger or something like that. I have no idea. Like, there's nobody for him to drop it to. I think it may be Dean Ambrose, possibly. But usually, that's the thing about the IC Championship, is they build it up to such high regards right now, and now Dean's going to take it, really. I'm just like, I don't like that, because you've already made that. I mean, that's the workhorse championship belt. You got to be able to wrestle. And we've seen that Dean can't wrestle. He has to be in there with somebody that can wrestle. That match with Ziggler was horrible. Horrible. I don't care what anybody says. If you think that match was good with Ziggler and Dean, you need to watch more wrestling. That's all I need to say. That match was horrendous. Random beating outside. But that match was horrible. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the IC title. Probably Dean. Probably win the belt at Mania. Who knows? If he's not involved in the Shield thing. I don't know. Triple H and Seth, I don't know what's going on with that. They're not pushing forward. So they don't build feuds like they used to. They wait. They literally wait until the month before. And then they start it. Remember when they used to slow build things like 3 months before Mania? Slow build it. 1 week. 2 weeks, they forget about it. Another week. 2 weeks, forget about it. They would do that to slowly build the thing, and then the person wouldn't be in the building or something like that. They don't do it anymore. Anyways, AJ Styles, great world champion. I could see people. I was talking to my friend at work or whatever, a person at work that I work with, and we talked about Bruno Sammartino, longest reign, probably won't be matched. There was only one person that I could see it working, and people actually enjoying every single match that he puts on. Yes, we would be bored, and they could tease at the person almost losing the belt. But AJ Styles, I think, is the only person, bar none. Maybe Daniel Bryan could have pulled it off. But even Daniel Bryan was getting a little WWE-esque that he probably may not be able to pull it off. AJ Styles could honestly probably pull it off. Maybe even Shinsuke Nakamura could possibly pull it off. But there's some wrestlers coming up right now that might even be able to pull off the Bruno thing. But I honestly think no one will be able to touch the Bruno thing. Well, the long reign of like 8 years, I don't think that's going to happen. But maybe somebody being able to hold it for like 3 years, 5 years, possibly. But if I were to guess, if someone could pull it off, I think AJ Styles could definitely pull it off. Um, he's just so talented. I mean, any person he steps in the ring with, it was out of the picture. That was annoying. Um, but any person he steps in the ring with, um, it just puts him on another level. They they look really good. I mean, he had 2 matches with Roman Reigns, made him look like $1 million. Um, why they didn't put the belt on him then, no idea. No idea why they didn't do it then. Um, Probably because it's too soon. But I mean, he made Roman look so good in that match where he had it with him. Um, but yeah, great things for AJ Styles 2017, guaranteed. Um, Women's Championship, Becky was starting to get stale. I don't like Becky. This is what I thought about Becky. I thought to myself, they need to give her more time in the ring to show us what she has. They gave her more time in the ring. She's not that good. She's not that good, I don't think. She needs to change up her move set or do something. She isn't really, to me, she's not that great of a wrestler. She's a good storyteller. That's a totally different thing. That's like a traditional wrestling kind of thing. She's more of that kind of wrestler. She's not the kind of new breed hybrid wrestler. Um, she's not that guy. She's a traditional guy. So it's good that they dropped it to Alexa Bliss. I think Alexa Bliss is kind of a mixture, meets in the middle. She's more of kind of the hybrid, but not as much as the hybrid as what I think a lot of people would like. But she's still a really, really good wrestler. And for as little as she's been in the wrestling business, she's really, really good. And I think that a lot of people compare her to Trish Stratus, and that's definitely probably because she kind of looks like Trish Stratus, except shorter. But she's really, really good. I can't wait to see what she's going to bring us in years to come. She's got plenty of years left. She's really, really young. I think she's like 23, like the same age as Okada. And Okada was really, really young too, from New Japan. Um, but yeah, exciting things to see from her. Uh, as far as the tag team titles going on SmackDown, I don't know what they're doing. Why they put on Heath and Ryan to begin with? They got Heath in the door, but now what are they going to do with Heath? There's got to be a story with Heath. Um, that's what I'm worried about. And I hope he doesn't get released because he's got so much potential. People like him. They should notice that by them chanting Red Dragon through the match. Um, so I hope they don't drop the ball with that. I hope they do something with him. They should have a feud with him and Rhino where he comes up on top. Build it and build it and build it to where he can't beat Rhino. He can't beat Rhino. And then finally maybe he beats Rhino. That would be interesting. But now they got the belt on American Alpha. Not sure if it was the right thing to do. I don't think they're over enough right now. Hopefully with the belts on them, they can get over. I think that's what they need. Um, People always talking about how some people don't need the belts. Right now, Alpha do need the belts. But I think they were kind of wondering if they should put them on them or not. They put them on the Wyatts. Now the Wyatts are going to be gunning to get those belts back. So it's going to be a good feud. And I think they've seen the magic in that little connection right there because they had a match, I think, a while back for the finals to face Heath and Rhino. And they had a really good, like, the chemistry of them talking against each other was really, really good. I will say that. And I saw that right there. I'm pretty sure WWE seen that as well and said, we need to put the belts on Alpha because Wyatt's going to make them look like $1 million with Bray talking. And Bray can talk anybody in the seat. Bray is our generation's Dusty Rhodes, in my opinion. Um, he's not a guy that's going to give you a 5-star match. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and wow you and woo you in the ring. But when you put a microphone in his hand, he's going to tell you a story and he's going to make you listen. And that's what you need to do in today's world for people to understand that you don't have to be a guy that do flippity flops all over the ring to make you want to enjoy the match. That's what we need in today's wrestling. Bray Wyatt, Allah. And put him in American Alpha, it's going to do wonders. Anything I miss? If that sounds gross, I apologize. I was in my voice to crack and lose my voice. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, I think. Wrestling doing pretty good. I like wrestling. I think wrestling is at an all-time high. The UK tournament's coming in mid-January. I'm excited for that. Can't wait to see what's going to come out of that. Haven't really watched WCPW. A lot of things going on in the wrestling world that I'll talk about probably in new videos. In this new video I'm about to record here in a second. But thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about 2016 wrestling wise. Man, was it a change for the wrestling world. I'm telling you right now. I think Hulk Hogan could have said it best was, "What you gonna do, brother, when NXT changes the wrestling business?" Because it did. It changed the wrestling business, and the Cruiserweight Classic changed the wrestling business um, completely. And interesting things to see in 2017. As always, keep rocking and keep on watching pro wrestling. Later, guys.